Nash. Division of Science, Preliminary Science, Caitlin Corbin. Jesse Eveling. Division of Technology, Pre-Engineering, Sharice Cameron. Associate degree in Science and Arts, Information Technology Management, Jasmine Phillips. Associate degree in Applied Arts, Visual Arts, Cameron Mosley, Distinction, Barbados Exhibition. Associate degree in Applied Arts, Visual Arts, Christiane Cadogan, credit. Therese Ford, credit. Kayla Curtin, credit. Kiamara Bess Cox. Heidi Brathwaite. Kyle Critchlow. Joanna Critchlow. Alana Cumberbatch. Brianna Lane. Elizabeth Norville. Rianne Richards. Kayla Robinson. Nathan Thompson. Lynn Marie Williams. Shadasa Gittins, Distinction, Associate Degree in Applied Arts, Mass Communication. Associate Degree in Applied Arts, Mass Communication. Davari Springer Lewis, Distinction, Barbados Scholarship. Mass Communication, Nazir Jackson Yard. Associate Degree in Applied Arts, Social Work, Kiana Welsh, credit. Associate Degree again in Applied Arts, Social Work, Adriana Bailey. Applied Arts Social Work, Zakaya Bernstein. Applied Arts Social Work, Samantha Keane. Applied Arts Social Work, Katrina Ellis. Tashana Emilian. Carrie Ann Garnes. Kia Graham. Cheryl Lashley. Kim Marie Mears. Jeanette Oliver. Christopher Padmore. And our final graduate for the Applied Arts and Social Work, Tiffany Rowe.
Thank you, Ms. Hart, and the other readers. I now invite Mr. DeVary Springer-Lewis, one of our 4 Barbados Scholarship winners, having completed the associate degree in mass communications with a grade point average of 4.0, to present the valedictory address.
The Honorable Sandra Husbands, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education, the Honorable Chad Blackman, Minister of Educational Transformation, Dr. the Honorable Alison Leacock, OR, Chairman of the Board of Management of the Barbados Community College, and other members of the board, Mr. Patrick McCaskey, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Educational Transformation, Ms. Deborah Dulridge, Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education, other ministry officials, Dr. Kevin Greenidge, Governor of the Central Bank of Barbados, our featured speaker, principals of other educational institutions, the Reverend Canon Noel Burke, Miss Annette Allen, Principal of the Barbados Community College, Mr. Samuel Bowen, Deputy Principal of the Barbados Community College, Miss Makeda Hart, Assistant Registrar of Examinations, Dr. Carolyn Woodruff Holder, Assistant Registrar, Student Affairs, other members of the staff of the Barbados Community College, graduates, family and friends of graduates, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is truly a profound honor and privilege to be standing here representing all of you tonight, as we celebrate not only the culmination of our academic journey, but also the dawn of a new chapter filled with endless possibilities. Our theme tonight, Empowered by Intelligence, Human and Artificial, captures the very essence of the era that we're stepping into, one defined by innovation, curiosity, and the ever-evolving relationship between humanity and technology. Now, when we first began this journey, most of us associated intelligence with honor roll pins, grade ones, and trophies. But over time, we learned that true intelligence extends far beyond what is measured by grades or degrees. Intelligence is the quiet determination that keeps us striving when things get hard, the creativity that turns challenges into opportunities, and the compassion that reminds us to not just use our knowledge, but the tools available to us for the betterment of ourselves and others. A few days ago, I was talking to a lady by the name of Renice Medford and explained to her how I really wanted to use AI to help me understand and organize an assignment. Now, before the tutors catch a heart attack, just bear with me. I explained that it wasn't to do the assignment for me or anything like that, but I just had so many ideas and so many questions at the same time that I didn't know where to start. And then Renice stopped me in my tracks. She said, well, Devari, firstly, I'm sitting down in front of my work computer right now with 3 windows of ChatGPT open. But let me ask you this. If your grass gets too high, are you going to pull out every weed by hand or use your lawnmower? When you go to the supermarket, are you going to stack all the groceries on top of your head or use a shopping cart? When you go to make food, are you going to start the fire by hand or use a stove? Now, the point of that story, other than to make me look a little bit foolish, was to remind me that we have a privilege. Empowered by intelligence doesn't just mean being knowledgeable. It means recognizing and using the tools, the systems, and the innovations available to us to better ourselves and others. We have more outlets, frameworks, and resources than ever before to achieve whatever we set our minds to. We've witnessed, even in our time at the BCC, how artificial intelligence has shifted from being a futuristic concept to an everyday friend and companion. It's in classrooms, it's in hospitals, studios, and businesses, and I'll be honest, there isn't a single client project that Vari Studio has completed this year without some form of AI involved. As our featured speaker said, it can analyze massive amounts of data, identify patterns that we might never see or recognize, and perform tasks in just seconds at incredible speed. But yet, as powerful as it is, it cannot replicate what makes us human. Our empathy, our creativity, our moral judgment, and our ability to dream beyond what can be calculated. The relationship between humanity and AI is not a competition. It's a collaboration. The tools that we create don't replace us. These tools extend us. When guided by wisdom, ethics, and purpose, technology doesn't erase us. It amplifies us. Now, with this technology, both human and artificial, we can reach heights once unimaginable. And as a graduating class, I can proudly say that we've begun to do that. Before we look forward, let's take a moment to look back and appreciate the people and the moments that shaped this exceptional journey. We made it through long nights, staring at the same 5 words on our screens for hours. The early morning rushes to class where some of us ain't had a breakfast. The group projects that tested our patience, and my friends would know that I've had many a rant about those group projects. The exams that tested our limits. And the moments of doubt where we questioned if we could really do it. But through it all, we did it. We did it with the support of our families, our friends, our tutors, and our mentors. And even the people who just stopped us and checked in and said, you got this. Guys, we did it together. Learning, growing, stumbling, but standing up again and again. The journey wasn't just about earning a certificate or a degree. It was about discovering who we are and what we're capable of. Every challenge we faced built not only our skills, but our strength. And that strength, that resilience is the real intelligence that is going to carry us forward. So as we leave here tonight, standing on the edge of new beginnings, I want to remind each and every one of you of something simple but powerful. You can. You can build, create, and lead. You can fail and still rise higher. You can take what you've learned and change your life and the lives of others. I look out from this podium and not only do I see future doctors, lawyers, architects, and engineers, but I see artists, authors, designers, and counselors, and a sea of talent. Go ahead, yes, and a sea of talented people who are charting their own paths. The paths diverge from here. Some of you are heading to university, some to trade schools, others directly into the workforce, and many will choose to take a breath, explore or pivot into a self-directed path. Our strength is not defined by the title on the business card that we receive next, but the resilience and the human intelligence that we bring to the next step. Whatever it may be, success is not a single destination. It's the quality of the journey that you commit to. So be courageous enough to define your own success. Go forward with confidence, my friends. Be proud of how far you've come, and be excited of how far you'll go. The world is waiting for the next big idea, the next leader, and the next breakthrough. And I truly believe in my heart, that it's sitting right here in this tent. So congratulations and thank you, class of 2025. We did it.
Thank you, Mr. Springer Lewis, for that inspiring and positive address. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, graduates, we will now have a rendition by saxophonist Mr. Kofi Jilts, a former music student in the Division of Fine Arts. He will be performing a song called Stand Up, originally performed by Cynthia Erivo. Thank you, Kofi, for that uplifting rendition. Could I please ask graduates and guests not to leave your seats unless there's a general emergency? Thank you. This marks the end of the graduation ceremony. Sorry, I will now invite Ms. Hart to give the closing remarks before we conclude. Thank you.
The Honorable Sandra Husbands, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education in the Ministry of Education Transformation. The Honorable Chad Blackman, Minister of Educational Transformation in the Ministry of Educational Transformation. Mr. Patrick McCaskey, Permanent Secretary of Educational Transformation. Ms. Deborah Dulrich, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Educational Transformation. Other ministry officials, principals of other institutions. Dr. Kevin Greenidge, Governor of the Central Bank of Barbados, featured speaker. Dr. The Honorable Alison Leacock, OR, Chairman of the Board of Management of the Barbados Community College. Other members of the board, the Reverend Canon Noel Burke, Ms. Annette Aline, Principal, Barbados Community College, Mr. Samuel Bowen, Deputy Principal, Barbados Community College, Mr. Roger Worrell, Registrar, Dr. Caroline Woodruff Holder, Assistant Registrar, Student Affairs, other members of staff of the Barbados Community College, graduates, family and friends, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am Makeda Hart, and I have been tasked with the responsibility of providing you with the closing remarks as the final curtain falls on the 52nd graduation ceremony of the Barbados Community College. It is also my genuine pleasure to ensure that we all acknowledge the incredible teamwork that went into orchestrating this symphony of success. We started with a bit of rain this afternoon, but we are all assured that this was a wonderful occasion and the rain did not dampen these proceedings. Agreed? Agreed? To one of the honored principal parties, Dr. Alison Leacock, OR, Chairman of the Board of Management. Dr. Leacock, your commitment this evening was palpable. Thank you for making each graduate feel individually celebrated. We are also profoundly grateful to the Reverend Canon Noel A. Burke for blessing our proceedings. The divine intervention not only ensured the smooth running of the event, but ensured that the path ahead for all of our graduates this evening is equally well paved and perhaps spiritually guided. To our principal, Ms. Annette Aline, thank you for the college's report. You did not just share achievements, you reminded us that the college is also shaping future minds for the sustainability of Barbados and beyond. Thank you also, Ms. Aline, for the presentation of awards to our scholarship and exhibition winners. A special note of appreciation goes to Dr. Kevin Greenidge, Governor of the Central Bank, for his compelling address, particularly on AI. We thank you for highlighting the benefits and also the limitations of AI. I found that the remarks were quite profound, and thank you also for reminding our graduates this afternoon that the workforce is also looking for skilled workers, particularly those with the softer skills. So I hope that you guys pretty much digested what the governor has said. Hopefully, Mr. Governor, your counsel today can be the impetus that our graduates need to step into the world and positively shape the future of the economic outlook for the nation. To the representatives of the government, the Honorable Ministers Chad Blackman and Sandra Husbands, and all ministry officials, thank you for honoring us with your presence. Your attendance is a vital testament that the highest offices in the land recognize and value the power of tertiary education at the Barbados Community College. We would now like to turn our attention to the logistical maestros of this evening. To the Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Roger Worrell, also our campus registrar, you were one of the pillars upon which this ceremony was built. You kept the program flowing, and most crucially, you successfully presented every single graduate with their scroll. Thank you for your precision and steady guidance. To the 2025 valedictorian and scholarship winner, Devari Springer, your remarks were also very timely. I was wondering if you had a small discussion with the governor, because you would have also addressed the AI. Your remarks were sharp, very moving, and you also set a high standard of excellence for the class of 2026. Thank you for inspiring all of us, Devari. We know that BCC will go with you wherever you go. To all graduates, let me start with the ladies. I want to say you are the stars of the show. To the ladies, you were all 4 plus 4, which equals? Let's do that again. You were all 4 plus 4, which equals? And to our gentlemen, you were 10 over 10 minus? They're not sure. You were 10 over 10 minus nothing. You showed up, you worked hard, and you conquered. Congratulations on reaching this incredible milestone. To our specially invited guests, parents, guardians, relatives, and friends of graduates, you are the true emotional and financial backbone of this ceremony. Tonight is much your victory as it is theirs. Thank you for your unconditional love, the sacrifices, and for surviving all of those late night study sessions with our graduates. I want to also offer profound gratitude to the musicians who graced us with their extraordinary talent today. Heartfelt thanks goes to the magnificent Barbados Defense Force Band. I'm not sure if they're still here. Their powerful and stirring musical prelude provided the perfect, dignified opening and set a wonderful tone for this occasion. Let's give them a round of applause. Equally, we extend our sincere appreciation to the incredibly talented saxophonist Kofi Gills, a former BCC music student. Your captivating musical rendition was truly a highlight, resonating with everyone. Thank you for sharing your musical gifts with us. We also recognize the members of the Barbados Cadet Corps. Thank you for your splendid procession of the flags, which brought such precision, dignity, and ceremony to our graduation. Let's also give them a round of applause. A standing ovation in spirit or in person must go to the registry team. These ladies, every year, I say this, you are the unsung heroes who plan every micro detail behind the scenes. This remarkable team, led by Dr. Woodruff Holder, also comprises Ms. Sharon Bourne-Callender, Mrs. Twina Comerbatch, Mrs. Ingrid Devonish, Ms. Risha Webb, Ms. Kathy Ann Shorey, Mrs. Jennifer Weeks, Ms. Charmaine Eswick, Ms. Natalie Medford, and this year we had Ms. Shauna Taylor. Ladies, if you are here in person or you are in spirit, please accept sincere thanks from the overall management of the Barbados Community College and to the audience here this evening. If you see any members of our registry team after these proceedings, offer them a coffee or refreshing drink and a moment of peace. They work extremely hard. Thanks must also be extended to the registrar, who's the chair of the graduating committee, as well as to Miss Lisa Broom, our public relations specialist at the Barbados Community College, for her remarkable support in assisting with the planning and execution of the graduation. To the voices of the night, The senior tutors who assisted with calling the names of the graduates, Mrs. Catherine Mosley Holder, senior tutor of the Barbados Language Center, Mr. Damian Wint, physical education, Mr. Roderick Prescott, acting director of the Gina Norma Holder Hospitality Institute. I want to also thank you. I am also sure that they're thanking me for being a part of that team. Thank you for ensuring that all names, whether short or exceptionally complex, were pronounced with the dignity they deserve. To all other members to all other BCC team members who assisted behind the scenes today and prior to this event, sincere thanks for your continued support. To our service providers, the caterer Tasty Treasures, the stage and lighting crew from DB Productions, Inc., the floral artist, Mrs. Carolyn St. John, the printing company, Prestige Print, David Garner of Exquisite Photos, as well as Nicholas Prescott of Prescott Photography, to Mrs. Wendy Cox, Nicholas King, and other mass comm tutors, as well as students, we express sincere thanks to you for being a part of this proceedings. All of you collectively ensured that tonight looked, felt, and tasted like success. To the management and staff of the University of the West Indies KFL campus, facilitated by Mr. Peter Lewis as well as Ms. Phyllis Tate, thank you for providing us with this magnificent location and the essential technical support. You have been the perfect host. And a final note to all graduates tonight, may your futures be bright, passionate. Remember to be ambitious, be kind, and remember the community that believes in you. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to drive home safely, celebrate responsibly, and remember the world now eagerly awaits what you do next. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.
Thank you, Ms. Hart. This marks the end of the 52nd graduation ceremony of the Barbados Community College. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen and graduates, please stand while the platform party and staff recess. Graduates, please present your tickets to the caterers located in the Roy Marshall Complex to receive your refreshments. And in addition, our official photographer, Mr. David Garner, is located in that area as well. Thank you, and have a good night.